Now my skin is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in module 3 we will discuss about the descriptive statistics. So in descriptive statistic it is very common, you know, everybody from your graduation level. So in descriptive statistic we will discuss about the central tendency, dispersion. In central tendency we will discuss about the mean, median, mode, and in dispersion we will discuss about standard deviation, mean deviation. In measure of central tendency, here we mainly focus on the three basic things. So in mean, the basically we focus on the arithmetic mean, not harmonic mean or geometric mean. So then we will go to median value. Median is the middle most value of any data set, and the mode value is occur of the most frequently used over there, and the range, quartile, that is all comes under, you know, your descriptive statistic. That Q1 is a first quartile, Q2 is a median, Q3 is the third quartile, and the maximum is your uh, highest value. When you represent to this in the range and quartile, so your database should be this, like this: minimum, maximum, that is the range value, and there is a quartile value. Okay, but you need to know when you need to use all those result actually in the range. You know, difference between mean, minimum, and maximum. Variance is the average, you know, square of the deviation from the mean. And interquartile range, sometime when you use some different software. So in SPSS actually there no option about the IQ word, interquartile range, but in Minitab, if you use the software Minitab, so there you can find that, you know, interquartile range. So range is a middle 50% of your data, and the standard deviation, you know, all. So I am not going to the more into descriptive description of all. So because I want to spend more time with practical thing, so that which is much more helpful for you, so that I just give the presentation because of the basic of your idea. So what we will discuss, and what is the, you know, frequency distribution. So what is the group data set and the, you know, ungrouped data set. In the ungrouped data set there is a every unique value is listed, whereas a group data set, so value group into different class interval. So you need to understand all those things, and then safe of different distribution. So symmetric pattern, and the, you know, positively skewed value, negatively skewed value. So you need to know all those things because it is helpful to when you write your research paper, or you analyze this data set for your thesis. So that time it is very important to analyze the symmetric pattern. What is symmetric? So when we discuss about the, you know, your normality assumption, so that time it is very important to understand the symmetry and asymmetry. So what is symmetry and asymmetry? The normality, from the normality you can understand the symmetry in the normal data set, and the asymmetry data set, that is mean the skewed data set, but is non-normally distributed. This is the distribution. And the quantitative and qualitative data, you know, the numerical value, measure, count, and all. And but in the qualitative data, some analysis we can perform through SPSS. The categorical value, if you have the, you know, descriptive or the observational data set, but you need to convert into the code. So then only you can analyze all those data set. Okay. And the experimental data mean the data collection, how you know, collect the data, because there is a different method to collect your data. Because in the research methodology you learn about the, you know, survey method, and there is a lots of survey method. Even in the, you know, group discussion there is a lots of sub group. There is a, you know, focal group discussion, specific, you know, one to one discussion, everything, you know, you can collect the data. And the experiment mean the lab work, when you analyze, collect the data from the lab. Suppose I give you example from Faruqi actually did the in-depth research based on the experiment, as well as the field work. So experiment mean you collect the blood sample from the footballers from Manipur, and come out with the result, laboratory testing, so different blood composition, so and then come out with the different statistical method, apply into statistical method, whether there is any homogeneity or heterogeneity, and what is the difference with the result. So that is very important. So that time we will use the descriptive statistic. First you need to understand your data set and handle the missing value. So it is also important. So sometime you need to deletion by the listed pair model, and listing wise deletion and pair wise deletion. So there is a two method of the data cleaning process, and the data visualization, graph, chart, bar. So everything you can produce in SPSS also, but SPS is not the dedicated for the data visualization. So if you want to produce some beautiful graphs, so you need to follow other software which is only dedicated for the you know your data visualization, not for the statistical analysis. Okay, and the sample distribution you need to understand that what is population, entire group that belong to the study, that is called the population. So what is the sample? A subset of a population, that is called the sample. And the sample distribution of the sample statistic from the all possible sample, everything you can get from the sample, that's time called the sample distribution, how it look like. And the central limit theorem, one is the, it is a mathematical model actually. So central limit theorem, so that theorem helps you to understand the sample distribution approach, whether it is a normal distribution, so how much sample you will collect for your study, and whether it is non-normal distribution, or even sometime you don't know the total population. Suppose that problem, when I did my research in Tripura University, I faced this problem because my work is associated with the railway transportation. I don't know every day how much passenger usually travel. At the end of the month, I got the data set, but you don't know in the next month the same amount of passenger will travel or not. So you don't know the total figure. So it is factual or dynamic data set. So that time how you determine your sample, so that is come under the sample distribution. When you understand the distribution pattern, then you can go for the method, that whether you go for the stratified random sampling or simple random sampling by different sampling. There is a lots of sampling tool, and even there is a method also. So you can also understand whether you took the right method or not, because when you go to the pilot survey, so you might collect the 40 samples, so then you will go for the analysis, so then you can understand the distribution pattern, then you will increase proportionally. So proportional allocation method is the one of the most popular method, the which I use in my thesis. So you can also use that method, that proportional allocation method. So you can allocate your sample based on the proportional percentage of the distribution. So normal distribution properties, so what is the normal distribution properties? So you need to understand the four things, that bell shape curve. So if there is a symmetric data set, so your curve should be the bell shape. Then it is called the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. So that's the different percentage of the standard deviation. So standard deviation percentage within this range. So if, if lowest is 68, highest is 99.7, and middlemost value is 5 in the so within this rule your data is belong to this range. So then you can understand, so your data is normalized distribution. Then we can go for the z-score analysis, standard deviation by mean. You can find the z-score, mean actual minus mean divided by standard deviation. So this is the basic formula of calculating z-score. And the empirical rule, the most data fall within the 3 standard deviation. Okay, within the 3 standard deviation. But even you can use the different method also. Suppose there is some tool, you can understand like your It's called the case test, Sapir-Whorf test, Alexander Darling test. Those are the you know method to understand the it's called the normal distribution, normality distribution. So you can use for that. But those are the properties and the statistical software. What the SPSS help you to do, that the calculate the basic calculation you can do. So it can produce the spreadsheet like the Excel. And then the programming language, we don't know the programming language, but behind your every analysis there is a programming language. Okay, and most popular software apart from the SPSS, there is SAS, statistical tool. R is many statisticians they recommend R because you can modify everything. I mean, if you know the writing the code, so you can modify your queries what you exactly want to find. But in case of the uh, p-loaded, mean p-algorithm loaded, mean p-languaged program, so there you cannot change like the SPSS, Stata, Minitab, or it's called Statistica. Those are the most user. So if you look the most user, that is Statistica. There is every day there is one statistic published from, I forget the name of the institute. So one institute published the database actually. So how many people actually use the particular software? Okay. So real world application, if you see that who use the SPSS actually, so it is the statistical process for social science research. Actually social scientists is mostly use the SPSS. Okay, analyzing the result is the hypothesis. Those are the basic thing. And descriptive statistic is essential across the all field. I mean, apart from the social science, the fundamental science also they have calculate. They need to calculate descriptive statistic and the business analytics. So, if you want to understand the pattern of your distribution, sales or marketing performance, so you can also analyze this through the SPSS. And the sports analytics like the Farouk and others. So those people are basically from the physical education, so they can evaluate the performance of the player and the strategy is the game plan. So performance after 70 minutes, suppose some player drop their performance after 65 minutes, so the coach can make the strategy after 65 minutes they need to change another player. I mean the substitute should be there up to 65 minutes they can play. So those are the analytical things. So nothing, everywhere is the science. So you need to apply and your decision should be data driven. And the major position, if you look into the major position, so you can understand this thing, the percentile. So the percentile, there's a divided the data into 100 groups. And the kth, mean it's the k is the lowest value in the percentile of the separate lowest k percentage. So there is a method actually I will taught you in the software only. And then the quartiles mean the first, second, third, what is this, and I don't waste the time on this. Then the statistical notation, if you look the notation, so you need to understand the what is the notation, this one. So this is the we say that the even in this it's in set theory application, that is the calf and cap. This is the calf, it's just look like calf. So it is the mean population, it's just look like this. And the the symbol of the summation, the total population and the individual figure we denote by the x. And this is the symbol of the standard deviation. So that is called the sigma. So every symbol you need to understand, know that the what is the software. There is a one software when you write your methodology like the math type, so you should be you need to know about the different symbol, name of the symbol, so that you can work, otherwise it is very difficult to work. And the data collection method, so like I told you earlier also, the survey method. So and the observational study, in observation there is a two method is there. So participatory observation and non-participatory observation. And existing result mean the secondary data. Even you can collect the some process data, mean already analyzed data you can take for the further analysis because you are doing research. So search and search search is the basic policy error and tile. So you need to find out the more inside, you want to go into more inside, so you can search into work into the existing data set also, existing record also. And the data assumption, so what is the normality mean the homogeneity, and the normality distribution is look like the bell shape. So many statistical test is there, so I will show you for the parametric data set and non-parametric data set. And the variance are the equal access group, so that is the homogeneity. So and that is the independent data set, that observation of the independent event, so there is a no relation with the other event, so that is called the independent data set, that is observation based on your particular case, maximum time based on the case study we found such kind of result. Okay. And the data visualization technique, so there is a many technique I told you. So bar graph, you actually prepare in the excel only, that bar graph, line graph, pie chart, and then the scattered diagram, those are the common chart. But you need to do the bar chart in the different manner, so that your reviewer who review your paper, they might feel interest to work on this, because one thing, they are reviewing every day 2 3 papers, so they are monotonous with the same pattern, same analysis, same kind of thing. Suppose this is called the infographic. In the bar graph I saw it, the infographic, in the line graph and the pie chart, everywhere you can use the infographic. That is one of the crucial method that you can input in your paper, so there will be the chance of the acceptance. Okay. And then the qualitative data and quantitative data type, you know it very well, that what is the qualitative data and what is the quantitative data. And the quantitative data type, so continuous data set and the discrete data set. So based on that, even your analysis will be different. So height, temperature, time, those are the continuous data set. And what is the discrete data set? Take only specific value, like the number of the children or number of the student, the survey respondent, or the coin flip. Sometime it is, there is one method, popular method in mathematics, so coin flip in the probability analysis. So that is the discrete number, that is not the continuous number. Okay. So and then the data transformation, last class we discussed about all those things. So how you transform your data. uh, Today I am not going to discuss all those things. And the statistical bias, so I will take just your 1 minute for your from your valuable time, so that you need to understand the selection of bias. How you understand that your sampling method destroyed the representation. Suppose you want to represent something, but based because of your sampling method, so your result might distort it. Okay, so selection is very important. So sample selection method, you should be very much cautious about that. Non-response bias mean people don't respond systematically. So that time there might be one bias, because you cannot type in the systematic way, because many people give answer in different direction, different. That's why we use the clues and questionnaire, so that there should be less chance of the non-response bias. So and the response bias, even in the response, that influenced by some factor like the wording when they speak. So their wording is some different, so they cannot understand the thing. sorry sorry I said, I would like to share my one experience, because my first project when I work in Tripura University, that is ICSSR funded one project, that is associated with tribal area development. Okay, I am a non-tribal person, even I am not from Tripura, even I cannot speak Bengali like the people who are live in Tripura. So, but I want I need the data actually. I have the target. So you need to, because it is a funded project, your supervisor give you some tasks, so you need to collect the data. But how you will do if you don't know the wording? So properly, so you cannot get the proper data. That time I took the different method. I hired the person or organized kind of workshop, group discussion, so that there is the translator. So but you cannot go more deeper in the social science research until and unless you can connect with the society and you can think about the society. You cannot penetrate up to the level, because your results is something, and but in the ground reality will be different. So in the statistic it is called the response bias, and the observer bias mean as a researcher you should not be biased, because sometime what happen, we work on our own area suppose own community. So that time our observation, perception and knowledge, the affect actually in the research process or the data collection process, that is called the observer bias. Got it? The statistical bias. Then the five number summary, we call it five number summary. So in the in the one slide I already shared with you that the different type of the range, from the mean to minimum to maximum. So there is some quartile first quartile, 25th percentage, median mean the middle most mean 50%, and Q3 is a your 75% is described. So even I share with you one of our research paper, because I started researching from the basic statistic. I try to understand the philosophy of that particular statistical method. So many people, you are doing PhD, so the not only analyzes the data, because every reporter, business personnel, so they are analyzes the data. So what's the basic difference between their data analysis and our in the who are in the academics, our data analysis process? Both are doing the same, for the purpose is same, the data driven decision making. But we need to analysis based on the philosophical background, in the background of the thing, that why the qualitative data analysis, suppose gender, ethnicity, industry type, those are those are the nominal cases. And the ordinal cases, the education level, income range and the survey. So survey rating, suppose someone give the 5 points, someone give the 4 point and the 2 points. So even you can do some practical thing from the Google database. They are providing some free database you can extract from the Parcel Hub, that is a one web scraping software. From there you can scrap the data and use in your SPSS software. Okay, and those are the basic thing about the descriptive statistic. Now I would like to go more deeper, and in the statistical software I will give you the demonstration. Got it? So in theoretical part, anybody any question, queries and anything, so that I will explain little, then I will go into the software and demonstrate the thing. Anybody? Devajyoti, is it clear to you about the descriptive statistic?
I have one questions in my mind.
Yes,
Some
yes.
questions actually, I was thinking to ask you regarding you have told about this one. SPSS is to be used by the sports persons to this one to see the game plan and all, and also by the scientist. Huh? But actually, we are in philosophy. We have to do the a theoretical study. Huh? So the data which we collect it is from the book or some informations about the theories and etc. These things. Okay. So how this SPSS can be useful in that purpose means in the theoretical study
Yes,
can you please?
yeah, definitely. So you send me some paper also. I understand that your nature of your research and all. When I am editing your paper, I can understand that your data, mean your research is much more theoretical. Okay,
Yes.
so even you can analyze is the Marxist theory or any theory, whatever the theory is that. So that time you need to go into the more bibliometric analysis and you categorize the data. Suppose I give you give you one example. You consider one period. Okay, suppose in the last 10 years, how many research paper published on this particular theory? Okay, So then you can understand the pattern of the research, the whether you are working in the right direction. So what is their objective. So your help is not directly in your data analysis, but it will help you in your literature review, scientific literature review. That time you can use those means statistical tool to understand more deeper manner, so that your paper can be more insightful, so they can understand. So last 10 years, suppose many research published on the Marxist theory, but you need to understand the why such a thing happen, and what is the topic of argument, the direction of the argument. Such kind of thing you can collect from the records. And suppose you are talking about the records and all, report books and all, so that time your your research is much more articulated based on the referencing system. Okay, you are not doing that research that is associated with the data driven solution, because your result, you cannot, if you have the data, then only SPSS help you, because SPSS only understand the numerical number, that's the 0 and 1, because that might be the qualitative also, but that understand on the 0 and 1, the binary number, then means software can help you.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, 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 I got it.
Then Tilottama, Shankar, Jamtar, Rumi, Tonmoy, Nabam. Anybody? Any question, queries? Then I will go to the software. So please, I
No,
think,
I have no question.
I think, anybody? Okay, fine. Then I just demonstrate in the software. So just share my screen again. Okay, fine. Just hide it. Okay, my screen is visible. This is the variable view. This is the data view. Well, so first we need to go to the file. We need to import the data from our database, from Excel, from CSV file, text file, slash everything, everywhere you can get the data. I mean, add the data input. Suppose I follow the SPSS, and I just go to my PhD thesis. So there is lots of data, so that is easier for me to So suppose I go to here. Okay, fine. Passport, PhD. Then the data, there will be the data Excel file. Well, so Agartala, Akula. So okay, bibliometric data. Give you chapter 6 population perception. Okay. Economics, personality data, infrastructure data. So I just add the infrastructure data. Just wait. Data is adding here. Sometime it takes some time, depend upon your system, whether you are using the many large software. Suppose I have many large software in my system, so sometime it takes some time. So it's not working right now. Okay, just wait a minute. Well, your data is there, and you just check your data. Got it? Got it. Okay, and put it okay. So data has been added over here. Okay, so you just check this is here, and then there is many variable which is not added over there. So suppose in the variable program like this, just clean the 30, the clean it. So clear variables. Okay, is clear. And then this is your data set. Okay, so if you go to the analysis part, first of all, the report is the code book. So if you have write some code, so you can check the code book variable. So if you write in the code, so it is not required for you if you use the direct data set. Okay, so this is the first function. Then the case summary. So if you go to the case summary group variable and the independent variable, you can go for the case summary. So sometime when you use some case study, so that time it is required. So your group variable depend on the influential factor. Suppose if you consider the occupation is associated with the family income, education, and socioeconomic life. So those are the variables, and your grouping variables. So you can add over there, and the which is variables, that is the main your economic development data. So you can add over there and the basic too. And but what is needed right now, that is the descriptive statistic. In descriptive statistic, you need to go to the descriptive. Okay, then you choose, suppose all the data is required. Suppose number of the platform, my data set start with the number of the railway track in the station. So number of the platform length, platform width, everything is there, size of the platform. So I need all the data. Okay, so you just click it here, control A, then put it this side. So okay, some problem is there? No, already added. Okay, number of variables, yes, added. And then you need to go to the here. So what kind of statistical analysis you want to perform? What it? The mean, you can put the sum also. You can put the variance, range, mean highest minus lowest. The this is standard square mean, kurtosis, skewness, and the variable is okay. Fine, I just choose this much. So set the variable, no. Okay, so you got the result just to one click, just the one click. But suppose in your research paper you only require the mean and standard deviation. Okay, suppose you need not require the other thing like the skewness, kurtosis, standard error, you need not require. So suppose then you can go to here, analysis again. No, this is the result set. You need to go to the your data set also only. It is the output viewer, that go to input, this one, output viewer. Then you go to the analysis here, then frequency distribution. Suppose I need all the data set, but I don't need you know it's called the standard error mean. I don't require this range, variation. I don't need all those things, even some. I need only mean and standard deviation. You just put it okay, then put it okay again. So you got the result. Got it? So if you do into the manual method, so it will take lots of time. It's a less time consuming, so you can easily use in your research paper. Got it? So then again you need to go here, this is the result view actually. Then you go to the your data view here in the data view. Then again go to the analysis tool. Then again come here in the descriptive statistic. Then okay, fine, those are the descriptive statistic. But if you want to add the style different, so you can add the style, condition, format. So you can add some condition also. So if value type, value 1, value 2, number, it is depend upon the, it is actually it is required for the medical science. They are using such kind of things. So categorize, recategorize this thing. And the bootstrap, it is mean the performance of the it is the long data set. See the data set, if the 2, then the 1 2 3 4 5 6 20 lakhs data, then you can do the bootstrap. It is easier to calculate or find out. Okay, then it is the basic function of the descriptive statistic. Then in the descriptive statistic, if you go over here, all the function is there. Okay, then suppose you, if you not required all the data set, suppose you need only, just over here, you need the specific data set. Suppose you need, size of the thing, size of the passenger set, and office area. Okay, you just want to calculate that. Again, go to here, mean and standard deviation, just put it okay, and put it okay. So you can get the result of the only, two particular variables. Got it? Then go to again here. So then the Bayesian statistic, actually, that is depend on your data set, whether kind of your data, suppose non-normal data set, so then you can go here. Then you know this is one distribution, Poisson distribution, Bayesian distribution. So it is not much required in your research. If it is required based on your data set, first you need to understand the kind of data set, then you can use the Bayesian statistic. Otherwise you need not require all those things. That this is clear to you that in the descriptive statistic, in descriptive, so you can perform the all the mean, median, mode, all the central tendency, and dispersion especially in this standard deviation, not mean deviation from the other way, I will show you. Okay, is it clear up to this mark?
Yes.
Yes, it is clear.
Okay, then again you come to the your data view, then come to the analysis, then descriptive statistic, go here, and there is a, apart from this descriptive, there is a many function over there. Okay, so like the explore, if you go into explore, suppose you know the dependent variable and your factor list, then you can go. Suppose if you consider the length of the, suppose it is not the length of the platform. Okay, based on the length of the platform, a list of the factor, because of the light post, length, no light, if you go to the light, okay, size of the passenger seat, might be length of the, not, this is not related with this, not if it counter, number of platform, number of telephone tools. So if you, okay, so length and depend on the light post. Okay, light post and size of the passenger set, two thing, which is depend on the your length, because if the length is long, so number of light post will be higher, and if the length of the platform is high, large, so that your size of the passenger set, length of the passenger set will be high, so that you can classify that, and then you go to here, the descriptive, your confidence interval, in a aim estimation, uh, quartiles, percentiles. So you can suppose go to here, even here, and even if you not go to the estimation, okay, just first check, and all the thing you can. So even your confidence interval, so you need to know that the 95% mean 5% is your significant level. Even you can change into the 99% your significant level, so 1% error, so you can put the data based on your sample designing, so error percentage actually. So suppose 95% is okay, is it okay for you? Okay, fine. Okay, so then you can come, go to the explore, okay, fine. All the passenger length is that it will be increase the box plot, but output will be omitted. Okay, so I need to go here again, go to here, go to explore. Okay, fine. So you need to just change it list. I put it okay, and here you can plot also. like histogram you can draw from here, the factor level together, no dependent together. So is a block spot. Okay, so you need to select that thing. Even you can put the none also. Even your normality assumption you can perform over here. Okay, so there is many method is there for normality assumption. Yes, the result is here. M estimation, Takis method, we just use the Takis method actually. I can mean explanation of the Takis method. I don't know about the other methods, so I know this method. I can explain this thing also. So even you know this is the, so 400 to 500. So there is a 8 station. So frequency is the station actually, and the 500 to 600 10 station, and there is a only 2 station, that only Agartala and Agartala subroom, and only Agartala. There is a more than 700 835 meter actually. So that's why the result is this, like this. So this is the result of the length of the platform. Even you can perform for the all kind of the data set also. Got it? And then go to here. In actually this is the output view. Okay, fine. So then go to here, and in the explore there is a many function also. So in the plot you can put the only histogram. You can also change the steam lift. So even you can box plot. So and even the normality plot. So there is a power estimation, the transform power, and the untransform. So there is different method. Even in the option you can find that the likewise and pairwise. I told you no in the last class about the missing value. So there is a two method. There is actually another method. I don't know about the report value, how to use all those things, but I know that the this one, the likewise and the pairwise. So you can exclude the data. So then okay, and even there is a two thing actually in the explore. You can do the statistic, you can do the plot also, because actually all the plots we perform in the chart builder tool. Okay, go to the chart builder and just put it. Okay, then you put the you put the chart. Suppose put it here, just drag and drop the result. Okay, fine. Category 1. Okay, fine. First you need to choose this one. Gallery basic element. Choose. Find. Edit performance. Okay. I need the result actually. In the result only plot in the graph explore element. Okay, fine. In the gallery chart it is your the starting point. Okay, and the basic element you can use over there. For the chart builder tools we use the chart, but in the explore you can also produce the chart, basic chart. Okay, and then the cost tab. Why cross tab is required? Actually it's required to extracting the data. Suppose in the row, suppose there is a both side data set. I have only one single side, only the name of the railway station on one side, another side is your data set. But if it is a matrix, row and column, so that time you need to analyze. But now my result will not come. So if I put the this one here, and anything this one here, so label I need to put it over here layer. It is for the matrix data set actually, and the statistics. So you can see chi-square. So suppose in the hypothesis testing, so sometime we use the chi-square test before go to the your it's called correlation analysis, which check the chi-square result. You cannot just I just put it check. Okay, fine. Nominal data, if, if your data set is ordinal, so you can put it here. So normality normal by this, and you can check Kafka. Anyone is from geography, yeah, to Sankar and Tilottama is there. So so in land use land cover map we use the Kafka coefficient.
Yeah, I
So
know.
isn't it? So you can also check the Kafka coefficient from here. So if you have the data set about your change, so then you can put the two data set over here. So in the post statistical tool, so one is a row, another one is a column. So you can go to here and just put it. Okay, Even you
So
can go.
basic, Dada, so basically cross-step will help to hypothesis check, na?
Yes, yes, yes.
Hypothesis testing. So how will I check my hypothesis?
So I
Yes.
will take another class only the hypothesis, because I need to know your objective. So
Yeah.
what is your objective and how you go to the primary pilot survey. Based on the pilot survey and the result of your pilot survey, so you can test your hypothesis. Then you collect the your full length sample survey. First of all, you need to collect your data. Only 40 data is required, because student t-test less than 30 it is not accepted. So more than 40 you required. So 40 data set you need to collect, then only you can perform all those things. Okay, and display, and then just put it okay. So your result is coming here, so you can understand the asymmetric, standard error, approximation, the significant. So most of the data is significant here, because I know that why it is significant. Yes, this is also significant, and here the result is there. The not assigning the null hypothesis, then using the asymmetric standard error, assuming the null hypothesis. So first, basically the explore is used for the hypothesis testing. So if you have the hypothesis and the data set, then you can also understand the your hypothesis, whether it is a null hypothesis or you alternative hypothesis. Well, and then you need to go here again in your data view, then go to analysis tool. So there is a lots of function. Actually I need on two classes to complete all the thing. So I just only discuss today about the descriptive statistic. So in the descriptive statistic, two function I already discussed about, only frequency distribution. So even yes, frequency distribution, if you consider the all the variable, control A, go to here, just check it. So the sting value is not actually accepted, so here is the name of the station is there, so it is not. Then shift, and lastly, okay, fine, this is the sting value, no, that's written A. And the go to the statistic. Here you can calculate the all the standard deviation over here, mean central tendency, percentage quartile, and if you put the any cut point. Okay, mean quartile is about 75, 50 and 25, q3, q2 and q1. But if you need the 30 range or 24, 22, so that time you can use all those things. And the dispersion, you can find the this one, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, variance, range, and the standard error mean. And then the character of your positioner, so distribution, so you can analyze skewness and kurtosis. Okay, then you can put okay. Then you can go to the chart also from here. Suppose I just go to the bar. Okay, you can put the pi also. Suppose I choose bar over here, and based on the frequencies, because I am here in the frequency chart. Percentage also give the result, no problem, but you need to check the frequency distribution only. So what has happened, no ticket counter, and the total those few data set, size of the area, length of the platform, those are the okay, fine, process. Few data is you know same. Actually there is only one two, so like this the sitting arrangement, everywhere they produce the graph. What it, so number of vendor, suppose in two station there is a no vendor, so there is a one vendor is the in four railway station. Likewise this is the maximum the six station in the two. Okay, so this is the your function of the frequency distribution. What it, like the frequency distribution very common in the statistical analysis. Even in the statistic, the first thing you learn about the when you prepare the table, so that is your what is called frequency distribution. What it, so then you need to go here again, this your data views it, and then file again, then descriptive statistic, frequency, you see the all the thing, and the format, you know that how to use this thing, the assembly of data should represent ascending way or descending way, like this chart, you know format, you know is ascending and descending, this one, and the style, so you need the table is all accept, please need not to do anything to change, and usually it is the for the big data set, leave it. So this is the basic function of the frequency distribution. Got it.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you can
Yeah.
calculate the frequency distribution. How? So you need to go to the your analysis tool, then you need to go to the descriptive statistic. There is a frequency distribution. You just fill the frequency distribution. You got the result. That's a simple thing. Well, then I go to the next thing about your cross tab. It is for the hypothesis testing, and this is the new feature added. Okay, new feature, because this feature is not available in the all the version. Okay, and if you go to here, so it is actually for different variable. If you know the your response level and all, so variable analysis, maximum variable, combination. So actually basically this is the method of the operation count. So big data set actually, so you just see 50 lakhs data set they can count run actually. So number of the average variable, this one. So this is not actually required for your purposes. If you want to use, if you have the big data set, so then you can use the variable like this, add the variable, maximum variable combinator is, so you need, I don't have that data set actually, so I can't put over here actually for display. So I can't much more demonstrate on this because I don't have that data set to perform. Okay, so actually this is not also much required for your research particularly. And then go to here again, then ratio. So you know the ratio, numerator and denominator, and the group variable might not required. Suppose length and number of track, if you I just thing and then put it here, even here also you can calculate some statistics. So you can do the central tendency, median. So I told you na median is somewhere else, you need to go to here in the median section, mean ratio statistic, then you calculate the median. Okay, otherwise you can find the q2 value and median value is same. So if you check over here and the weighted mean, so there is a different mean. So if you put the weighted mean, so you need to, even in the your confidence interval is a 5%, even you use 99% also based on your data set, the standard deviation, range, minimum, maximum. So all those the thing you can do over here, just continue. Okay, then you can give the result to external file, you can just directly change your result into another file. So this is another procedure, but you can see your result is there, ratio result. Okay, so this is the ultimately ratio between the two factor, two. But if you want to do the same with the all the data set with ratio statistic for number of platform and number of track, so you just see the results, standard deviation, mean, and everything is there. So within your data set you can do. So and then again you need to come here, get a view, do analysis tool, do the then descriptive statistic, then you need to go to here, sorry, ratio pp plot. pp plot actually, no, it is also the normality assumption, but we use the qq plot. Okay, this is the probability plot actually. So the procedure is same, I just want to share the procedure. Just suppose this, to this you just put shift here and then put it here. Okay, fine. Name on distribution. Okay. Then distribution, so what kind of test you want to perform. The normality distribution, suppose there is a lots of distribution method is there, okay. So and we use the Takis method, okay. And then okay fine, you need no to transfer and the you need not to check. I just put it, okay. Your result will come. Yeah, your result is come. So you can see the model description, you can see the case processing summary, estimated distribution parameter, and this is your pp plot, mean probability, probability plot, actually expected probability and observed probability. So this is method also same. If it is 45-degree angle and the your observed data set on the line, so that your data set is normally distributed. So you can see, so this data set is non normally distributed. Even you can see the difference of the other thing. Even this one, this is non normally distribution, size of the passenger said. So you can also connect with your reality. Suppose I did my field work over there, I know the Churaibari railway station, I know Nodiapur railway station. When you compare the two things, so you can understand, yes, your result is right. So that time you can justify everything, your field experience, your observation, and your result. That time your result, mean your writing will be good, you can explain more better. Okay, then last thing what we share, that is QQ plot for the normality assumption. So my procedure is same. You just click over here and your data set, just scroll down, press shift and click it here in the last value and just change into here. Okay. So here also normality assumption, and the method you track. Okay. So and then mean. Okay, fine. That is the quantum plot. The type QQ plot for normalized analysis, no standardized, the fraction tricky, and the tiles is mean and the distribution normal. This is your algorithm actually, what I want to say, and this is your result. You can see, you can see the distribution. Okay, so you can see easily this is not normally distributed. Easily you can say, because this is not 45-degree or something like that. This is also same, but you can find the number of trees, I think so. There is a normal, that is normally distributed, because those are the non-normally distributed. No, this is non-normally distributed. Yes, drinking
So
water.
it means only few variables the data are normally distributed. Then
Yes, in my case, yes, but I don't know what about your data set. When you run this thing, that time you can understand the how, mean data set is normally distributed and non-normally distributed. If normally distributed, there will be different method. If non-normally distributed, there will be a different method of analysis. So this is the basic thing you need to do. You need to perform. So then only you can get the result.
if my all data are not normally distributed, then what will I do?
Then you cannot calculate mean, you need to calculate median for your standard deviation, mean for your central tendency, and for your measure of dispersion you need to calculate mean deviation, not the standard deviation, because all are related with the basic statistic, because mean only represent the your symmetric data set, but median can use in the asymmetric data set. Asymmetric means non-linearly distributed data set. So this is the basic thing.
So in your case, you take a median, na?
In my case, I take a median. Yes, exactly. Okay, I share with you that last class also I share one paper, no? So I just share with you. I have one data set. So to research in my case, okay. To here article. There is a one method I use. Yes, this paper is published in regional science journal from Portugal, actually this journal. So if I go to the journal link, you can also find the, yeah, robust, published in the Portuguese journal of the regional science, with the Professor Thomas Somrathor. He is from the statistical department. Many of you know him. And go to the PDF version. Okay, fine. Then, so, robust approach of the infrastructural classification. So in this paper, what we found, just I give you. So those are my railway stations. So this is the location map and all, and then I go to here. So yeah, fine. So normality assumption of the observed data set through Sapir-Whorf test. Okay. So what I calculate, that in case of the Sapir-Whorf test, you need to calculate the value of the lambda, but in case of the case test, that is the critical d value, and you calculate the p value. So from p value I found the non-normally distributed maximum of, you can see the non-normally distributed, non-normally distributed, non-normally, but four data set as normally distributed. Okay, so four data set, those are the normally distributed. Then what I do, so I go to the, synthetic indicator. Synthetic indicator is the mean, I consider here the z score. Okay, in z score, you know how to calculate the z score, the actual value minus mean value divided by the standard deviation. Okay, then I go to here in the not standard deviation, mean deviation. In the mean deviation I calculate the same, because in the standard deviation you found over here, so there is one kind of groove. Here also I found the one. Then how we understand whether we are right or not? For that case, we propose alternative method and come out with some solution that is called the efficiency indicator. Efficiency indicator, actually, what is the efficiency indicator? Yes, this is the result of the actually efficiency indicator. We called in this paper the robust synthetic indicator, mean we provide the alternative method to calculate the synthetic indicator, because this is the traditional method, this is the new method, and we propose another method to classify the railway station. And whether our method is right or not, so then this is the explanation why such kind of thing happen and all. So what is the any relationship of the geographical factor or not? So even in that case also we perform some statistical analysis and all. Okay, so your result were end, because this is the result, the classification. So this is actually not end of your research, this is the classification, but this is the not end of your research. But question is the mean, why such classification, why Agartala, why Dharmanagar and Udaipur having the better infrastructure in compared to the Thailik, Tuisha, Sekerkot, Nalkata, Jahannagar, Eskepara and Nadiapur. But when you go in deep, so you can understand that thing, because I just think, in my hypothesis was, is there any geographical relationship with this or not, or it is totally anthropogenic factor? I found there is a significant geographical relationship. I can consider the elevation, I consider the slope, Yeah, I consider the digit dim. This is dim. You consider the different thing also. Slope also, relief. Even the this is I think station hinterland. This is considered the for whether the forest cover and all surrounding by the railway station. I just put the buffer of few kilometer, and then I just try to understand that is there any relationship or not. Even come out with the result that yes, there is a significant geographical relationship with with infrastructure of the railway station. So that is my come to the conclusion. And even in the you can see there, this is the synthetic indicator for the normal data set and the alternative synthetic indicator for non-normal data set. Okay, so this is the method. What you need to do, that is depend upon you, how extend you want to continue your research, because even this is also not end. Even in the next paper we want to show is there any relationship with the passenger. So in geography, why such thing happen, even those, I mean this is actually continuous research process. Because when you associated with the other person, mean the I just work with the statistician, he is from geography department, is a statistician, he is from the economist from the University of Arrowes, regional science, environment, agriculture, specialization is the actually economics, and me and my supervisors was there. So this is the thing, when you go for the multidisciplinary research you can find some more insight, some more valuable thing to incorporate in your research. That time you can go, you can learn different thing. What you need to do, clear? Is it clear to you?
Yes, yes. Good.
So then I think the descriptive statistic has been complete, all the function. Then in the next class I will go comparative mean. So in the comparative mean the ANOVA, single way ANOVA, independent t-test and all. So and then the correlation, regression, all those things. And then we will go for the some this
Other,
thing, the forecasting. Yeah, say.
could you please explain descriptive statistic result? What actually the result means?
Yes.
How
Okay.
we can
Okay. 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 Got
interpret
it.
the
Got it.
result?
Yeah. So this is suppose your result of the descriptive statistics. So if I go off, yeah. So you can find over there the suppose the number of the platform. Okay. So I have found the number of the maximum number of the platform is three. Maximum three platform was there, minimum one. So you can write from the database it has been observed that in Tripura there is a minimum one platform is there in every railway station, but in a few railway station there is, in the maximum there is the three railway station. So okay, fine, I will go into more in the ticket counter. In the ticket counter in Tripura we have found the range that 9. So maximum we have found the 10 railway station located in Agartala railway station, and one every station there is a railway station, I mean ticket counter. But question is the function or not. Even you can go over there, sorry, you can go to here into this, and then not only mean and median, so there is a many thing other thing also. So in average, so if you consider this okay, fine, if you consider one parameter, then only it will be sorry. Suppose you consider the water purifier. Average water purifier in Tripura, you can in the railway station of Tripura, so you can give the result of that in the average, mean in the mean. So there is a 3.75 and three and a half water purifier in every railway station. So you can explain like this. So this is the descriptive statistic in the mobile charger in average, and the standard deviation. From the standard deviation you can understand the whether it is the consistent or not. Okay, the more value mean the less consistent. So suppose in the size of the passenger set, that is the less consistent figure, like this. and in the QNS kurtosis the value is large. So suppose this is non-normally distributed and negatively skewed, that value is more. Okay, and if this is positively skewed, so this value is nearby 0 to 1, mean plus 0 and plus 1 to minus 1 in this range. So based on that you can analyze that whether your data is skewedly distributed or not, it is normally distributed. Okay, so you can explain like this. So this is the descriptive statistic. Clear?
Okay. So it means when we have highest mean value, then it be what it shows.
Sorry.
Highest mean value and lowest standard
No, no,
deviation
no,
value.
no,
If
no.
I get
Mean value mean mean value. Highest value and lowest value, that is from the range. Suppose there is a 27 railway station. Okay. So in one station, we have found that there is a 10, ticket counter. Okay, that is the highest value. That is the maximum figure, and the lowest only one. Okay, so that is not your mean, but your mean value is maybe, suppose you just go to here, no, in the ticket counter. In the ticket counter, this is the data set. Where is the result? Yeah, this is the output one. Okay, fine. So go to here, this side, go to off. Yeah, for the ticket counter, if you consider the track ticket counter, okay, average mean is that, yeah, 2, mean more than 2 railway station, mean 2 to 3, actually 2.5, because all those things cannot you explain in the point figure, because you cannot say that 2.5 railway ticket counter is there. So either there will be 2 or 3. So it is more than in the point that is more than 0.5, so you can consider the 3. So average 3 railway station is there in every, in Tripura. So you can say every railway station there is a 3 ticket counter in an average. Got it? So you can
yes, yes.
write like this. So any question regarding descriptive statistic? Tanmoy, I hope you have already completed your data analysis part.
Yes, sir. I have completed my data analysis, data, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. I understand. Okay, regarding the other, any queries, question and all, Rumi, Tilottama, do you have any queries?
No, not yet.
So that in the next class we will discuss about the correlation, regression, and the the ANOVA, ANCOVA, etc. Okay. So for today, I think this is enough. You need to practice on this, otherwise you will forget. Actually, those things are related to the software, no. So much you practice, so your efficiency will increase. That is the simple mathematics. There is nothing. So first of all, you are suffering with the lack of data, because maximum of you don't have the data set. Well, so when you have the data set, then you can really understand the fact. When you collect the data, so you have the clear idea about your field, your study of knowledge. So then you can correlate with all those things. Otherwise, if I describe many things, so you cannot understand, because it is all about practice. More you spend time with your software, so more you learn. There is no shortcut. In 16 hours you will not be the expert of this software. I will just give you the basic idea. This is just a basic. But until and unless you explain your result, that is all in vain. Anybody can do this thing. That does not require the knowledge of the software, but as a researcher you need to understand your subject, basic statistic, then you need the software for the more efficient analysis, more faster analysis. Got it?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So see
But
you
the
in the
thing is,
yeah.
yeah, from last month I've been using this application, but the problem is I'm not able to interpret the result effectively.
That
That is
is
the
different problem. That is problem
yeah,
of your subjective knowledge and problem in the basic statistic. So you need to know the basic, when you need to use the mean, when you need to use the median. This is the basic question of the statistic. But SPSS will give you the result only.
yeah.
Okay, that much. And okay, fine. So if you have the discussion, so we can arrange the one session with the statistician, so they might guide you more better way. In our team, there is many statistician also there. So basically, they are doing only the data science program, only the write the code and the R. If you are interested in R, so I can recommend some other classes. So anyway, Sunday we will sit again around 8 p.m.
Yes, it is
Okay,
okay.
sir.
Okay,
Okay, okay.
then bye. Good night, all of you.
Okay, sir. Good night,
Okay,
sir.
good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.